Alright, it is noon right on the nugget. Well, at least on my computer. It's 12:01 on my watch. And today I got to see a very familiar face on my Google screen. A face that I've carried in my shoe for I don't know how many countless years. I'm not wearing shoes right now. Got the socks on. But I would say 99.9% of the time, some point during the day, I wear shoes. And when I do, there's always a JFK $50, 50 cents in my shoe. And speaking of 50, today is the 50th anniversary of JFK's inaugural address to the nation. Today is January 20th, 2011, and on January 20th, 1961, JFK gave a speech to the world that I think is one of the most powerful orations ever given in the history of mankind. I mean, Martin Luther King Day was not that long ago, so I guess this is kind of like a week of some seriously awesome speeches. I have a dream too, and so did JFK, and he really laid his dream on the line giving that speech to the nation. Now, I have a new favorite. There's Mr. James with his winter coat on, getting ready to proclaim his love to the world, but he's getting a 15-minute union mandated break today, and we're going to give JFK the floor a little bit today. I try to do these videos in one shot, one take. That really didn't happen. In my first take, I was doing kind of like pop-up trivia, making my comments handwritten as the speech went on, but the video proved to be too long. It was over the two kilobytes or megabytes or gigabytes. I think it's gigabytes, the 2 gigabytes of memory that's allowed on the internet on YouTube. So my commentary and the speech itself was too long, so I'm going to have to kind of make an abridged version of this. I really would like to put the entire speech on there, but it's on the internet, and I hope that everybody that sees this takes the time and watches this speech, because I think it's one of the most important orations in American history. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to play the beginning and then a little bit at the end, the most important parts of the speech, and share them with the world, I guess. Maybe this will be the first time someone's ever seen this speech, and if that inspires them to see the rest of it, my work here is done.
Vice President Johnson, Mr. Speaker, Mr. Chief Justice, President Eisenhower, Vice President Nixon, President Truman, Reverend clergy, fellow citizens. We observe today not a victory of party, but a celebration of freedom, symbolizing an end as well as a beginning, signifying renewal as well as change. For I have sworn before you and Almighty God the same solemn oath our forebears prescribed nearly a century and 3/4 ago. The world is very different now, for man holds in his mortal hands the power to abolish all forms of human poverty and all forms of human life. And yet the same revolutionary beliefs for which our forebears fought are still at issue around the globe. The belief that the rights of man come not from the generosity of the state, but from the hand of God. We dare not forget today that we are the heirs of that first revolution. Let the word go forth from this time and place to friend and foe alike that the torch has been passed to a new generation of Americans born in this century, tempered by war, disciplined by a hard and bitter peace, proud of our ancient heritage, and unwilling to witness or permit the slow undoing of those human rights to which this nation has always been committed, and to which we are committed today at home and around the world.
All right,
Let
we're gonna
every
go.
nation know what disease and war itself. Can we forge against these enemies a grand and global alliance, north and south, east and west,
This is my favorite
that
part.
can assure a more fruitful life for all mankind? Will you join in that historic effort?
Heck yeah.
In the long history of the world, only a few generations have been granted the role of defending freedom in its hour of maximum danger. I do not shrink from this responsibility. I welcome it. I do not believe that any of us would exchange places with any other people or any other generation. The energy, the faith, the devotion which we bring to this endeavor will light our country and all who serve it. And the glow from that fire can truly light the world. And so, my fellow Americans, ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country. My fellow citizens of the world, ask not what America will do for you, but what together we can do for the freedom of man. Finally, whether you are citizens of America or citizens of the world, ask of us here the same high standard of strength and sacrifice which we ask of you. With a good conscience, our only sure reward, with history the final judge of our deeds, let us go forth to lead the land we love, asking his blessing and his help, but knowing that here on earth, God's work must truly be our own.
Some bold words, putting God into your mission statement to the country. And as I walk the earth with this 50-cent piece in my shoes, I'm going to make sure to take each step each day, making sure I'm on the right path, making myself a better person, making my city, my community a better place, making my church a better place, making my state a better place, making my nation, my country a better place, and making the world a better place. And if everybody did that, I mean, what an amazing world we would have in one day. If just one day, if everybody united and had that philosophy. So, I don't know. I need to give out some more 50-cent pieces. And it won't be long. And I'm going to send out my first orange letter. Very excited about that to happen. But thanks again, JFK. I know I lie about my age a lot, and I wish I could say that I was old enough to have seen that speech live and in person.